flags out, P2. That's the end of the session, P2.
Alrighty.
Okay, this is gonna be a thing.
So I know this is a late time to tell you, but I noticed what Curtis is doing on his fast lap. In 3 and 4, he's entering low. He gets on the gas really late. He just carries his momentum through the top of the turn 4.
It exit looks clear. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do and failing. Like a good diamond there is the way to go.
He's not even diamonding it. He's entering low and exiting high.
Oh, okay. Do I have time to watch one of his fast laps? I do. Yeah, so he diamonds 1 and 2, and then for 3 and 4, enter low. Yeah, just let the car wash up a bit. Come down just a little bit, but not a lot. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's getting on the gas really late, too.
You're all clear. Stay behind the line.
Alright, I'm gonna quali.
Yeah, good luck.
That's a new fastest lap for Weaver, 29.8. Fastest lap for Ranger, 29.7. Pit exit's clear. New fastest lap for Potter, 29.5. P3.
What a garbo lap.
You'll never guess what I did.
What? Hit the wall on both laps?
Yep.
You're not the only one. I mean, I reset, but like, I barely fucking brought 2 laps home. My lap was shit too. I managed to get away with hitting the wall. I was like, okay, I'll let this one slide.
Wait, it gave you the lap when you hit the wall?
I kind of scraped the wall in 4, but yeah, no 0x or anything.
Wow. Wow.
It was like, you know what, Zach, I'm gonna let this one slide. Those laps already doo-doo anyway, Zach. I'm just gonna let you have something on the board.
Yeah, I don't even have anything on the board, so Sarah starts from the back Tussum, inverse of last week.
You'll be fine. We got to 110 laps. Just realized.
I think this week is the week where I eat my crow, because remember last week I was bitching about how people weren't practicing the road rounds and all that shit. And now here I am, having just, not done practice before the session opens. Being like, oh, it'll be fine, and it's not fine. Oh boy. Well, you're up in the first couple rows at least. This is interesting though. If Petit also failed to qualify, then the top two championship contenders both failed to qualify this race.
I told Sarah about the onion thing. So while you were saying something earlier while we were practicing, Sarah, hey, give it back. Hey, my coffee. My dogs don't steal my coffee all the time. Anyway, you were saying something earlier in practice, and Arena walks by me and stands in the doorway, and she looks like distressed about something, hands on her head, kind of leaning against the wall. I'm like, I mute the mic and I turn. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she turns around, tears in her face. Face is totally red. And she says, "I hate cutting onions."
Just get good, I guess. My tear ducts were hardened by hundreds of years of my ancestors having nothing to eat except onions. I do get an onion once in a while, though, that's like real bad on the tear ducts, which I'm not used to.
She's already not a fan of onions, so
Onions are the best.
I know, right? They are the goated vegetable.
I still make fun of my sister a bit because when we were growing up, she despised onions and like wouldn't eat them. But like if my mom put onions in a thing, my sister would like actually never notice.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those kid things, right? Like I absolutely had that sort of thing as a kid where I like, oh, I don't like Brussels sprouts or something, despite never having them. But yeah, she fucking loves onions now, so I sometimes make fun of her for that.
Hell yeah. Listen, I don't really know anything about WWE, but it seems like Logan Paul is born to be a wrestler.
He is pretty darn good at it, I will say.
Yeah.
I've only seen that one match of his, but it was a good match, and I don't think he's been wrestling that long.
It's like something he was born to do, just be a total heel.
Yeah, dude, he owned up to that in the match. It was like great because you hate him, right? Like everyone hates him,
Yeah.
and he leans into it, and it's actually like really good, and it almost makes me like him a bit.
Yeah, like I don't like the guy, but I respect it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it was clearly like an amateurish match. Like the spots were pretty simple. Seth Rollins, the other dude in the match, was you could hear him calling the moves and all that.
Right.
Whereas a lot of veterans, the chatter can be lessened depending on the person. Because some drivers like to plan, or wrestlers like to plan their matches more. Some like to improv it.
That's what we need in the NASCAR
Yeah, they had-
playoffs, dude. We need a cage match.
That's all you
Denny
got.
Hamlin versus Ross Chastain in the cage.
Thank you.
Yeah, NASCAR should lug a cage with them to every event and just set it up in the garage area. So if two drivers are about to fight after a race, they just get put in the cage.
Yeah.
Cautious out there. She'll get you.
This is going to be a long one, I can tell already.
Yep, 110 laps, hour and 40 minutes. We might go to time on this.
Dylan, what the hell are you doing back here, buddy?
Damn it, Will. Pulling VIR, leaving fast repairs on.
Oh my god, did he?
No.
Okay, good.
Radio check. Spotter radio check.
My wheel upside down. The fact I didn't
have
kill
that data.
anybody else was a miracle. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't pit.
Radio check. Spotter radio
You'll be
check.
fine.
Just like my pace skill, you'll make it on the whole tank.
Exactly. I'm not slow, I'm just saving.
God, I didn't even check fuel mileage.
It's okay.
The track temp is 28. The air temp
If it
is
goes green, I know
Celsius.
it's going to be a two-stopper.
10.
Yeah.
If it went green the whole way.
We need to follow car number 02.
Probably 40 to 50 laps on the tank, somewhere in that ballpark.
I think I'm just gonna hang out back here for a bit and maybe follow Dylan through.
Yeah, if there's a race where I'd be comfortable starting from the back, it's this one.
Cause yeah, I got a few of the people I race with normally back here though. Dylan's back here, Casey's back here, Jared's back here.
There are going to be cautions, so like in the early race, you might just want to like completely stay out of it.
Yep. I'll try to stay ahead of Billman and Mike who are behind me, but
Good call.
but you're right that I probably want to leave space to the guys in front a little bit. I don't really need points. I'm just here for fun because I don't know what the playoff point.
You're just here for the SR.
Yeah, I don't know what the playoff point rules are. Like if it actually matters if I get halfway points tonight or not.
Oh,
Okay, Zach, be ready.
Careful on the start.
I don't know if we actually have advancement in the playoffs or not.
good luck.
Good luck.
Green, green, green.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Will having an awful run off the line. Iconic.
And I'm already done, I think.
Delta is now in the lead.
Really?
I crashed. Yeah, I just lost control coming out of 2.
Still there.
Meatball flag.
Keep it steady.
Well, that's not good.
Use the time. Clear outside.
Good thing I don't need points.
I'm sorry.
Outside. Orange line. Still there. Clear high.
The leader has just done a 29.7 P3. Car in front lap time is
30 seconds
30.0.
required, 4 minutes of optional.
Not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I came back from a bunch of laps down at
Okay,
some
Zach,
other track
next
this
car
year.
is
Yeah.
Roberts.
I mean, Dylan Batsy nearly just put it in the wall there, so I just put it in the wall.
Fastest lap for Potter, 29.6. The guy behind
How
is
much?
just
How
done
many?
30.0.
How much of these optionals am I taking?
I know, but still passengers. Fucking, I almost dumped just Roy Green going that turn one before. If I had left it slowly.
Dude, did Schrodinger design the rear end of this car?
Heads up, there's a car.
I'm gonna go out, see how it drives, come back in if the car's still shit.
there.
P2, the lap time was
Clear high.
Thank you, sir.
Ryan's all over the place. Holy moly. I'm not even just talking about his blinking.
Thank you.
Car outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear to the outside.
You're leading.
Thanks for the work, Ryan. I don't know if you were trying to let me by, but it felt like you were a little bit.
Yeah, it's Dr. Miller.
Oh. Evan and Richard into it. Did they crash into the pit lane?
The apron is so wide on this track that cautions tend to not come out.
Well, my car drives like shit, but it does drive. I'm just gonna have to take more repairs next time I'm in the pits. Next caution.
Richard Pat, I might go over.
Sorry, Casey.
Thank you. Driving a little slower, just so you know, so.
Yeah, my car won't turn in 3 and 4, but I'm okay in 1 and 2. Going slightly faster than Mike and Hobbs right now.
Okay, Zach, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. You're in the lead. Your lap times are improving.
Man, this car drives like shit sometimes.
Okay, now my race is really done.
The guy
sorry.
behind has just done a
Hobbs
29.6.
did something dumb and wrecked me. So that wasn't actually my fault, because I got my car back out and was running okay.
That's annoying. What do you do?
Yep. Coming off of 2, he scraped the wall, and then instead of like getting off the gas and like accepting it and resetting the car, he was like fighting it, and then he fought it into me. And he was dog slow in that corner, so I was like trying to get out around him on the inside, on the exit, which is why I was there. Oh, 8 minutes required. I'm done.
Sorry. This track was more fun in the older cars.
Thanks, Ryan.
This car handles differently every time I go through turn 4. I got bad news for you, Sarah.
I just feel bad for dudes like Evan who needed the points tonight.
Got bad news for you.
What?
The car to beat right now is Dylan Petit.
You've just done at 29.9.
Well, it doesn't matter if he lengthens the gap to me in the championship because it's a playoff format anyways.
Right.
So it literally doesn't matter if he wins tonight and I wreck out.
Inside. Still there. Clear inside. Car outside. Keep it steady.
P2.
Hold your line. Clear outside.
Well, at least I got a lap left. That was a good looking drag race.
Man, this car drives like shit.
You're now in the lead.
I'm just feathering the throttle through every turn.
Hang on to the wheel.
Your last lap time was at 30.3.
Alright, I'm gonna go do other stuff that's not racing then.
Alright.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're in the lead.
Dude, this sucks balls so hard.
Clear inside. Inside. Clear low.
Are you having the same problem or am I just going crazy?
I thought you and I were gonna die off
P2. That lap time was
that same
31.5.
kind of moment too, off too. Just give her a little loose.
Yeah, to put it mildly.
That's a new fastest lap for Potter, 29.5. You've just done a 30.6. The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.7. New fastest lap for Potter, 29.5. That lap was at 30.6. Fastest lap for Potter, 29.4. That lap time was 30.5. Need to stop again. P2, that was at 30.5.
Dotted line scary.
Here, kitty, kitty.
These cars are driving terrible right now.
Carlo,
Oh, there you go.
That lap was at 31.1.
hold your line.
Unironically, no, they're driving like absolute dog shit.
There. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear low. Car inside. Still there. Hold your line. Clear to the bottom.
P3.
Well, that was scary and fun at the same time.
Don't tell me this is the iRacing fix set.
course yellow, watch out.
Sorry, guys.
Race cars out, line up single file behind car number 02. Safety cars out, pits are closed.
Looks like pace car is two.
Kill me. Please. This next gen car at Darlington, worst thing ever.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I've had it pulled up.
This shit has no grip in the back. No grip.
I think you gotta go full cars tour mode here. Just absolutely do not push any lap till the end.
Yeah. I wasn't even trying to push earlier. That's the thing. I was trying to be gentle on my tires.
Yeah.
Cars pitting.
Well, but you pulled away from those guys by a good little bit, and I was like, oh, he is screwed here because those guys.
Sorry, Dylan, I didn't notice.
Riding.
Like, this car has surprised me on some of the ovals we raced on. I had lots of fun. This so far is just painful.
Yeah, it does not race well here.
It's the rear end on this car I really don't like. It's so unpredictable.
Right. That is the issue I've always had with this car.
Isn't it something to do with the suspension or something?
It's independent rear suspension instead of solid rear axle.
Right.
So essentially what happens is as you go through the corner, the right rear just loads up more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
And in past, you had the left rear to counteract that. But now where they're so where they're completely separate, like as soon as it comes out of the corner, like you feel it really on corner exit. As soon as you come out of the corner, all that weight drops, and it just wants to spin.
It just tightens up, yeah. Or not tightens up, loosens up.
Yeah, it just dumps the rear end out from out. Yeah.
I don't think tight's the right word for it.
Safety car is out.
I think it's more that, like,
Checking up just off.
It unloads.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I drove so weird at fucking Daytona too.
Yes, that's exactly why it drives so weird there. This was like one of the first places I tried this car, and I knew right then we were in trouble. I was like, "Oh, this thing is not good."
This thing is a lot of fun around tracks like Pocono.
Right, it's good around tracks where stock cars aren't good, and where they are, it's not. It's completely bass backwards.
Yeah.
It's a shame because they look fantastic.
They look really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the the number placement, but outside of that, the bodies themselves are really good. They're really good looking cars.
I'm so used to the numbers at this point; they make no difference to me.
I still absolutely despise it.
Pits are open.
Especially because so many sponsors just don't use the space.
Yeah.
Like, all we did was cave into branding guidelines, but they have. And it looks terrible. Turbocharged stupid clients.
Alright, Zach, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
The Cobra on the back of Casey's car is pretty cool.
That was choosing.
Yeah, on the Mustangs?
To take the outside as well.
Yeah.
Mine just says GT.
Oh, does yours not have the Cobra?
I think mine just says GT. That's what came with my template.
Go look. Go look at trading paints. Let's see. Because I thought it was the Cobra. But I could be completely wrong and be misremembering it.
Dylan's paint here looks awesome. There's a couple really good painters in Fuel right now. They put some bangers in every week.
No, the 31?
Yeah.
I think that's a Cosman car.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. The dude that did that P2 car
Yeah.
prototype.
Green flag.
Car low. Hold your line. Clear low.
Okay, now I'm really gonna try to baby it.
The lap time
I like how you spun.
31.7.
Calls the caution, you're still in third. Oh boy.
Dunk!
Same.
It's not easy to have you relax.
What happened to Sarah?
That's how I got it.
She crashed. She crashed, went to the pits, got repairs, and then got crashed into.
Oh. Okay.
She
Oh,
wasn't too fussed about it tonight. She's good on points.
Pretty big wall hit there in 3 and 4. I'm just now seeing
God
that.
damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Shit. It's a long stream. I thought I was hitting the go live button and no, just went to ZBTE fuel IRP. Oh, okay, that's
That race was fun. That was a fun track.
I
felt
like
the-
IRP.
I felt like the only person having fun there, but that's also because I was the best car.
I quite like IRP. It's good. It's a good little racetrack.
I was never a huge fan of it, but some of my favorite races I've done in the Cup cars have been around short tracks like that.
Yeah.
Like, we only did it a couple times, but two of my favorite fuel races that we've ever done was at USA.
These things are very odd on the short tracks because they're like a broken modified, like tour modified.
Yeah.
They've got roughly the same amount of grip, roughly the same amount of power. The rear end just does whatever it wants. At least you don't have to shift in iRacing. That's nice.
I think 3 and 4 is close enough that you could get away with shifting.
I've seen people do it. 3 and 4.
Trying it now. Oh yeah, that works. I don't know if it's faster. I'm not gonna try it now, but
The last lap was at 29.6. The lap, that's your best in the session. From Norway, the gap behind is now 0.9.
the gearing's really close either way.
Yeah. I don't like it. Never have.
What, shifting?
Yeah. Really not a fan.
I don't have a problem with it if it come naturally, like a Pocono.
It makes the racing worse,
Okay, Zach, that's good consistency.
especially at like Martinsville, Richmond, Bristol, like those type of places. It really
Yeah,
hurts.
short tracks, I'm not big on it, but bigger tracks.
Pocono is fine because you've always had the shift to Pocono. Like that's one track where it's okay, it's acceptable. It's very weird, but it's acceptable. But because you can still mess that corner up. The issue with the shifting elsewhere, in this car at least, is like you do it and just like the car just pulls. You're like, oh, okay, I just blew up the entry, but it didn't matter because I got it stopped and I could still get a good enough run off that this guy's behind me not going to be able to get it to me.
Right.
So
You're not sure about that one.
You know what's always been funny about this server?
What's that?
We're fairly divided on Pocono, generally speaking.
My front end.
yeah,
But the vast majority of the people who do like Pocono in here prefer it for IndyCar. I
Yeah.
don't like racing Indy there. I like racing
Yeah,
Cup
I'm
there.
trying to hang on there.
I don't like Pocono. I could bulldoze that place and I would lose zeros.
It's not my favorite, but I think it's a cool track. It's pretty unique.
I will give it. Yeah, I was about to say the only thing that I will give it is that it's unique. But outside of that, I do not like that place at all.
Raylan Roberts.
I think in like an older Cup car, it would be fun.
I had a lot of
Like-
the
Well, I
reason
guess
I
like
like
a Gen
it.
4 Cup car would be probably pretty fun.
The reason I liked it was because I had so much fun racing there in the old Gen 6 car
Yeah,
back before they neutered it.
right. Yeah, like in a high power stock car, it's fun. But well, I was gonna say we don't have those anymore these
Yeah,
days,
like a
and we
figure out
don't,
3,
but we
4.
kind of do because of Gen 4 Cup. Where's that at this week? I didn't get to run Charlotte
The same thing. I'm like,
last week. I'm kind of sad about that.
just messing up turn 4 just that little bit. I catch
know,
my turn
work.
4 and I don't want to pass you there.
Well, it's not Charlotte anymore. It would have just
I know.
switched.
They would have just switched, right? Well, that's what I was saying. I missed it last week.
Dude, Charlotte was fucking tough.
I believe it. Probably fun though. I would
And then I'm
love
just
love
scared
that.
It was
Right up my
fun
alley.
until you were 50 laps to a green run and had no grip left.
You've just done
All right.
29.8.
That's fine.
Consistency. Keep it up.
Gen 4 Cup.
Wasn't too dissimilar to how this car was handling a few minutes ago.
Oh, they're at Bristol this week. Meh.
The gap to Roberts in front. is
Yay,
now
my least favorite
1.9.
track to race.
I love Bristol. I just never enjoyed racing at iRacing.
The problem is I'm not fast there. And when I'm fast, I'm not consistent.
If it was, because the thing is, I don't like. There's times where in the car it's better to run the bottom or run the top. Like, I don't really know what to run there. Like, I've never spent enough time to really figure that place out. I like the racetrack quite a lot. But I'm not super good there. And like in a Gen 4 car, I don't want to be ripping the wall at Bristol. I want to be hunkered down right around the bottom. You know, that's what I want.
To be fair, running the wall
The gap to
hasn't
Roberts
been
ahead is now 1.0.
the modus operandi for the Gen 4 car at every track.
No, but Bristol, it is kind of that way. Just in general, with with the way the scan is, because I mean we don't have the PJ1 that they do in real life to
Right.
make the bottom viable.
Right.
You know, like that place. Honestly, it's really fun to watch racing at these days. Well, it was before they killed the Cup car, but the Xfinity race there is fantastic.
I remember
With
watching the last Bristol race I actually sat through was a few years ago. I think it's spring 2018 or 19 or something.
That was a good race. Spring 2018 was a fantastic race. That was the one between Larson and Kyle Busch right at the end.
I just remember it was on a Monday and I was
Yep. Back
at a
when we
pub
had
for
two
lunch
Bristol.
with my buddy right near our school. And they put that on. And it was just a dope race. It was just lots of close racing.
Yeah. Honestly,
Okay, Zach.
I think it was the 2020 Fall Bristol Cup race was one of my favorite races I've ever been to. That was the one where Harvick and Kyle Busch just absolutely went at it for the last 50 laps there,
Oh yeah.
running through lap traffic. It was fantastic to watch. I mean, that was a show. Last year's Cup race was so bad I walked out.
The gap to Roberts ahead is now 1.0.
It was pretty
His
trash.
lap time was at 30.0.
Because the cars would run 4 laps, then explode, and they couldn't pass. Well, this sucks. So I went out to the camper and watched another race on my phone, and walked back in for the last like 100 laps or so. The Xfinity race was the night before was really good though.
I think the only
30.1.
race I've attended in person and walked out of was the prototype challenge on Most Sport because it was just a strung out,
Yeah.
nothing happening kind of race. And it was also like 6 p.m. on the Sunday.
Right.
Or Saturday, sorry, and I'd been there since 8 a.m., so...
You're like, yeah, I'm done. In 2021, I walked out of the Coke 600.
Really?
Yeah, because, I mean, like, that was, we still had the 550 package,
Right.
and you just couldn't do anything. Like, you were just, they were single file, literally around the entire racetrack. They weren't even passing lap cars. It was so bad. I was like, this sucks.
That's the one thing this next-gen car seems to be an improvement at in real life, is the intermediates.
Yeah, well, it's getting worse again, but yes, last year for sure.
I think part of this year is teams are figuring the car out.
Well, that's the thing, is as soon as it, last year was good because it was such a radical change.
Yeah.
In design concept and everything, that like you got that, but that was never sustainable. That like the only, like, you look at the first 10 races of basically any package and they're really good until the teams really figure them out, and then it starts getting bad again.
Right.
And the natural progression kind of with this car on the bigger tracks is the more grip you dial into them, they have less horsepower than the last generation. Even on, you know, on the well, they have more on the big tracks, but this car's way draggier. So like you're getting back to 550 racing naturally.
Yeah. Why did they do the independent suspension?
I don't know why they did this whole car, to be quite honest with you. To me, this doesn't make sense. My assumption would be for it is that it probably plays nicer with the underbody aero, with the tray.
Maybe.
And the diffuser and such underneath there, because you don't have a huge rear end moving up and down and side to side in there. You have the suspension is the suspension. It's got a limited travel. You know exactly what it's going to be. Not necessarily the case with a solid rear axle. So that's my guess as to why. That, and for road courses, because they know they knew road courses were going to become a big. They were on this like big road course kick. Still are, which just makes the racing worse, because they race good because they're stock cars, then they don't handle well, and now we have them handling slightly well on road courses, and the racings have been trash.
They're having a suspension issue.
Hey, Will,
Hey, man,
get out of my way.
Ooh.
Second through fourth, at least, all visibly got very slightly bumped. Car high. Hold your line. Still there.
I'm a little behind,
Still there.
so me going it's about you off of turn 2.
Uh-oh.
Lap 63.
Caution coming out.
Full course yellow, watch out.
Right after I pass Will, you'll have to see it. Thank you.
That was another Mustang.
We think
That run felt better.
I was about to say that looked a lot more in control, that run.
Yeah, I hear.
I was starting to lose it in the last couple laps in the rear, but
Nope. Yellow now.
yeah.
Yeah, I apologize.
Pace car
It
is
just
out.
let go
Line
and I
up
was
single
happy.
file.
That was
Car
Mike.
number 31. Full course yellow. Pits are closed.
Any pace cars over around 2 again?
Yeah, he's coming off too.
This car was pretty fun at Michigan too. It got oversteery over the course of a run, but it was still pretty fun.
Safety car is out.
Yeah.
Pits are now
Pocono was fun. IRP was fun. The 2 road courses we did were fun, but that's because they're road courses, not because the car's good on them. Although VIR, I had lots of fun driving. I was like the only person who could fucking control their car.
Ooh. That's a
Look out for the pit speed limit. The leader is pitting now.
Which is to be expected from a league full of mostly oval ringers driving a track they've never driven. And a pretty complicated one at that. Squeezing Will into the fucking wall in the pit lane. They seem to have improved the brakes a bit in the last build.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or at least the way the bias works.
that's good.
No dramas with brake lockups tonight.
Well, at a place like this, I wouldn't really expect it.
Yes!
Showing me with a flag, but
You're not really like hammering brake here.
I beat him out of the pits.
There you go.
This probably puts you past me.
Oh, alright, thank you.
I was like, maybe it did something, maybe it didn't. We don't know.
Pits are open.
I was surprised when, I don't know if it held you in your pit box at all, but when I saw myself rolling a little bit before you, I was like, holy shit, I might actually get off before Buchanan. Nope.
I thought it was gonna hold me, and then it just said go. I was like, okay. I don't know what happened.
I think I might have just been gifted the lead because of a penalty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely a love-hate relationship with this car so much. There are moments where I genuinely have a lot
I
of
like
fun
that
with
car,
it.
Buchanan.
Thank you. It's what I ran in fuel like 5 years ago. But there are some races where it's just a fucking mess of a car.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't drive it in official. I don't care about that.
So
In a
Yeah.
league, I'll do
Pits
it.
are
You
now
know?
open.
Right.
But Will is doing a Gen 4 series, which I hope people actually show up for, because that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. I just don't know what. I'm not able to run for points for it. I know that much. So.
Why not going to be there enough?
Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, you should just show up when you can. It would be fun.
That's
Safety
kind of
car
my
this
my
lap.
hope is to do that. There's gonna be 2 weeks when I'm in Charlotte in May.
You want
That'll
a
be
higher
without
low?
my sim rig, so that would take me out of basically running for any championship. And I'm also just enjoying not like committing to any
Alright,
racing stuff.
That's what I'm saying. Don't commit. Just
Yeah.
show up when you can and have fun.
Right.
I'm just realizing now, this is going to show you how much oval racing I've done in the last year. But I think this will be my first start with the Geico restart zone while controlling the pace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's neat, but it needs some work. If you're the second place car, at least. If you're the leader, it's fine, but you can get penalized super easy.
Does this track have the Geico?
No idea.
I don't
I would
think
assume
this,
it does.
No, I don't think
but-
this track has a restart zone.
Well, he might not have it enabled. It's an option.
He did in the past, at least at Pocono he did.
Okay.
Green, green, green.
Yeah,
Let's
no, I
go.
didn't have it enabled.
No.
You're leading.
Trying to get past in 2 laps because I'm taking it so easy.
That's fine. I mean, the way you've been running, all you got to do is just kind of hang on, and you're gonna at least end up with the top 5 here. So.
Other than Daytona, where I got wrecked on like lap 3, I finished
Yeah.
top 5 in every race this season that I've started.
There you go. How many cars are there tonight?
15. We start with 15.
Okay.
Car
How many is
inside.
still running?
11 or 12, I think. It's not too bad.
It's not bad.
The Ford all did not give a shit about turn
It's a
2.
little light for 110 laps at Darlington, but
Outside.
it is what it is.
Still there.
Canadian flag.
Look, I'd rather have 15 drivers of good skill than 30 of terrible.
After most of us hit,
Hold your line. Clear to the bottom.
This feels not so bad on the ovals.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my
There's some quick guys. I mean, not every quick guy is running at the front tonight, but
Right.
That's because it's Darlington.
Yeah.
Same.
Still there.
Not exactly an easy racetrack.
Keep it steady. Keep it steady.
And I still have
Clear inside.
30 of them per pile.
Thank you,
Road courses, though, there's like 3
Just
fast
some
drivers.
tires on the scene, but, yeah.
Right. And I would assume Nate's probably lights out for the most part.
Yeah, well, until he got booted or slash
Y'all
left.
get so aggressive off the start.
Oh yeah, because of that one incident.
I won't call it
about
one,
second
but
half behind you.
Well, the only thing I know of was he got blocked at Michigan.
yeah, that's
OD'd all running
that's one
me
thing.
over, and I went
He
from
has a bit of a
second to
habit
sixth.
of yelling at slower drivers and being mean.
Well,
He did that at VIR, just cuss someone out.
Well, this
Yeah.
is true.
but
I haven't touched you, haven't I?
no, I mean the only thing I remember was him getting blocked
No, you didn't
on
touch
purpose
me,
by
I'm
a
just
team,
saying
by
you
the
guys
other,
all
the second place driver's
stand
teammate.
around the track.
It wasn't
And
his
Michigan.
teammate after all.
Inside.
It was just a dude.
Hold your line.
Yeah.
Clear to the bottom.
Based off what I had saw, the guy raced him like a dick, and I would
Yeah.
absolutely be livid about that too.
Well, the dude did it the same thing the next week and got booted.
Yeah. Either way, if you're a lap car, you absolutely do not race the leader.
You have to get
Ridiculous.
You go
This
get
isn't a real race. You don't have sponsors to oblige by.
That's right.
Your life does not depend on it. It is merely a video game.
This session.
Let the dude go.
But yeah, now that Nate's no longer in the picture,
29.9.
I think I'm the guy to beat this year.
Yeah. There you go. Good.
I think.
Yeah.
Dylan Petit, Will is always quick. Ryan Potter, who's not having a good night tonight, is always at the front.
Yeah. If this series wasn't this car, I would have ran it.
That's your fastest lap today.
I would, you know, I wouldn't have minded doing some stuff with Will and fuel, which is why I'd like to run some races, at least with the Gen 4 stuff, because that'll be fun. Get my butt handed to me, but still have a good time.
That lap time was 29.7.
Now, if I end up moving to Charlotte, I'm taking the rig with me, obviously.
Are you thinking of moving to Charlotte?
I've got an opportunity to move. Yeah.
What for?
So I've been doing a lot of design stuff on the side,
Yeah.
and that's really taken off. To the point where, you know, I'm doing essentially a car a night now, maybe sometimes 2.
That's good.
Yeah, so
Just done a 29.7.
I've got some income coming in on the side as well, and the guys that I'm doing it with, they've got a place in Cornelius, which is like right on Lake. There's a lake over there by Charlotte, Lake Norman, basically
Right.
where like all the Cup drivers have their homes and such.
You could be neighbors with Ross Chastain.
Yeah, right.
Throw
But I'll be-
watermelons at his house.
But yeah, I mean, I've got the opportunity to live on Lake Norman for a price that I can't even live here. So it's like, well, I kind of got to look at that, you know?
Listen, I don't know the full details, but from what you told me, it seems like something you just need to jump on.
I'm going to, but I'm going down for 2 weeks in May.
Want to check it out first?
Yeah, just
Okay.
do a trial run, make sure everything's, you know, like I know the guys, I met them before. I've been on there basically every night with them working, and we're cool, you know, like I'm not worried about that, but I just need to make sure that I'm moving, you know, like I know it's a good area. Those guys make money. Those guys make money, so don't gotta worry about that. But
I'm glad that stuff's working out for you. You think you could turn that into a career the way it's going?
the guys are telling me, they're like, man, if you want, we have jobs lined up.
Dude, I'd take that shit yesterday.
Well, I've got stable income as is with a good company. I can't leave stable income. I'm gonna shake things out down there, but I've already got the okay with my boss to work remote from there. So
Okay, cool.
I'm not giving up any job here besides my broadcasting job, which sucks. I really don't like that. I really, really don't like that because I love working with those guys and I love being able to help. And, giving that up, I don't want to do it, but I have to. So if I move there, I can't, now when we have stuff, when modifieds come through down in that area, I'll absolutely go help them. I don't mind doing it. But no, I've got some opportunities down there, even in the broadcasting world too, if I want them. So, I've got like 5 or 6 job opportunities down there. So it's like, well, okay, yeah, gotta look at that. Plus, I'd be right down the road from Gabe too. So, be able to see Gabe.
Be down the road from the NASCAR Hall of Fame, my man.
Yeah. Well, look, Cornelius is between Mooresville and Charlotte.
I don't know where Mooresville is, I'm going to be honest.
So Mooresville is like basically 40 minutes north of downtown Charlotte or so, maybe an hour north of downtown Charlotte. Just depending on traffic, but Mooresville is like where Junior Motorsports is, Casey Kane's dirt team. There's like a whole bunch of NASCAR stuff in Mooresville.
Okay.
So, like that is kind of where everybody's more or less at. Mooresville. Mooresville, Huntersville, Concord, that whole northern Charlotte area is basically where everyone in the racing world is, more or less. So, that'd be cool to get down there.
You can go chill with Rick Hendrick.
Pretty consistent.
Yeah, right. Hang out. I'll probably get to meet Stenhouse.
That'd be cool. Dude,
Yeah,
Stenhouse seems like a chill dude.
I from what it sounds like, I might get the. I'm probably actually, now I think about it, I might be going to Darlington.
That's cool.
With VIP passes and such. So, which would be kind of cool.
Ahead is now
Was not expecting
29.9.
it at all, but
Dude,
it's most likely in the cards.
you're saying you could meet Daytona 500 winner Ricky Stenhouse?
No, I'd be with Briscoe that time. But
Okay.
but yeah, no, for Stenhouse that'd be cool too. Dylan's my buddy, is good friends with both of them. So
Okay. Stenhouse has always seemed like a cool guy to me. I root for him.
he's a good dude. Yeah.
Always found the hate against him was a little overblown.
It is. It is. Look, he's a good dude. I can separate a guy's work from, who they are. Like he's got good car control.
He's a good plate racer.
He's a really good plate racer. Yeah. And he's a good guy for the sport. Like he promotes the sport. I don't have really anything bad to say about the dude. So.
Denny Hamlin, on the other hand,
Nah, I still like that.
0.5.
my opinion just keeps on souring.
I'll be honest with you, I do not blame him for what he did to JJ.
I just think it's
Because-
a little hypocritical.
It was, well, here's the thing. He went in there to move him. There was no doubt in my mind that I don't think he meant to out and out wreck the dude, but he meant to move him. Which getting pinched 3 wide by a lap car, yeah, I get that.
Still kind of a short fuse for 45 laps into a 300 lapper.
If you're a lap car in a Rick Ware shitbox, you should know better than to do something stupid like that.
You don't care.
You know, like JJ Yeley's been around the sport long enough to know better than to do something like that.
I don't know if it was
And
intentional.
maybe he didn't get a spotter call, you know, but it's still dumb.
I'm not disagreeing that. I'm just saying I don't think it's worth even moving.
So,
it.
no,
It's kind of a
I
short
think
temper.
I would move a guy for that. If I was racing, trying to come through the field, you know, absolutely, I would move a lap car that just pinched me 3 wide for no reason on lap 45. When I'm not even the leader. It's like, bro, you're not racing. There's no need to be racing me. You're not getting your lap back if you pass me or stay in
I thought he
front of me.
wasn't even a lap down. I thought he was on the same
No,
level.
he was a lap down. So, but yeah, no, there's just no need to be doing something like that. So I don't blame Denny for being upset and wanting to move him. You know, that's a classic case of I didn't know how much front bumper it was going to take to spin him, but I knew how much I was going to use. You know, like he knew how much he was going to use.
That lap was at
Didn't mean to use that. didn't think it was going to spin him.
If that's the case, that's fair. I still think it's hypocritical though. From
I
him.
can understand that a bit, but that's to me that's just like that is standard stock car racing stuff. There, like you give a guy a bump when he does something stupid. That's one thing, you know.
You're
If that turns into something more, it's it's dumb, but the intent wasn't there, so I can understand that a bit more.
You gotta agree though. If Denny saw Ross do the exact same thing, he'd be livid.
Well, let's be real. If Ross did the exact same thing with his track record, it would be perfectly in character for him.
Sure.
And there would be less of a out of I don't think he meant to do that. Because I seriously do not like Ross Chastain. I think he's a fantastic guy. I have no issues with him off the racetrack. But he's got that Joey Logano personality where he's like completely two-faced with it. Like he will just absolutely junk your shit for zero reason on lap 6 because he just felt like it to get one spot better and 35th. Like just zero heads up driving in terms of it because he's just going so hard lap after lap.
Right.
You know, they're just, like the situational awareness just isn't quite there.
Okay, head down time. 10, 11 to go here.
On the leader. Good luck, buddy.
I think at this point I have my car a little more hooked up than him, but I'm still starting to lose my rear end a bit. Come on.
That was at 20.7. Your lap time was 30.5.
Carlo. Still there. Third to the bottom.
That was scary. Dude, down the back straight, lap 101.
Alright, you go into turn 1 on lap 101 for me, so I'll let you know when I see it.
Clear inside.
The car behind is reeling you in. The gap is now 0.4. You're now in the lead.
Ooh, hello.
attack. There's a car exiting the pits. Heads up.
8 to go.
I just tuned in. What the hell is Dylan doing, dude?
Dude, you have no idea how bad this car drives on old tires.
He burned his stuff up and was just holding on for like dear life.
That was me on the first tire stint.
Yeah. No, you were worse than that on the first
Yeah, I
tire
was
stint.
100% worse.
Oh boy.
you wrecked it on the first tire stint.
Yeah. Spun the fuck out of the 4.
Because the rear end just said goodbye.
Grip machine broke.
Rear end traction said, nah fam, we're out. Alright, I'll be back.
Six to go.
That was 30.5. The gap behind is now 0.8.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, Mike. 4 to go.
You're now in the lead.
Okay, Dylan's 2 seconds behind now. I think I just cruised to the end.
Alright, I'm back.
3 to go.
It's a little bit surprising Mike is still in this race.
Mike wrecked earlier. He brought out the last caution.
The gap behind is now 2.0.
Again, still surprising he's in it.
Dude, this car's so stiff, it either gives you like no damage or it gives you a meatball.
Right, you gotta play the lottery with what with where exactly you hit the car to the wall.
Stay focused. We can win this.
You hit it in the door, you're fine. You hit it even somewhat slightly on the tire. Goodbye.
Yeah, it looked like Sarah broke a toe leg earlier. Lap 1.
We say as I hit the wall.
Certified next gen moment.
Yeah, get out of the wall, bro. You got 2 to go.
You got a 2-second gap with 2 to go, bro. Just don't wreck it. You'll be alright.
Dude, I've had too many close calls that lap. Okay. One more. I just need to cruise to the end here.
That lap time was 31.0.
It's like you clobbered the wall off, too.
Oh, he knocked it down.
I nearly spun out of 4, too.
Oh my god, stop. Zach trying his hardest to throw this shit.
Oh my god.
We got it.
Woo! Wrecks the last corner of last lap, fucking junks the car 3 feet before the start-finish line.
Well
Finished
done,
in
Zach.
second.
Great win. You deserve that today.
You got that.
Yo, what the hell happened to Will? He's 3 seconds ahead of me.
Good job, Zach. Good job, Dylan.
Yeah, it's
Thank you. Good race, guys.
Here, win, Zach.
That was not an easy race.
when you were wrecked backwards on the front straightaway at lap, like, what, 40? I wasn't exactly anticipating you to win the race.
Dude, once I figured out just keeping these things under me,
Yeah.
it worked out.
Well, that's what I was like.
yeah.
When I saw you pull away on that first
take
stint,
that.
I was like, oh, he is fucked. He screwed himself here.
I didn't think I was being that hard on him, too. That's the thing.
And I told him go full Cars Tour mode, just absolutely ride, and then just wait.
Lift halfway down the back.
Yep. Get aggressive with saving your tires.
Ooh, I crossed the line.
So, we got a dub for the Dunder Mifflin car. Let's go. You want to see how this shit was handling on like lap 30, Mitch?
Are you on the stream?
Yeah.
Okay.
This thing had no grip in the back.
Are you on that 30 right now? Or,
You'll
behind
see.
a bit?
Oh, you're behind a bit. I smacked the wall on that lap. That didn't help. That's the lap I spun. Okay. This thing sucked at the end of that first run.
Oh. This thing just sucks.
Yeah. And it really depends on the track. Generally speaking, it's not great, but I've had some fun races in it.